We're live.
Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome. This is Lauren from Deep End of the Sandbox, if you haven't watched her channel. I did put a link in the description box, so hopefully you'll subscribe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to just let people know a bit about yourself, a bit about your channel?
I am Lauren. I don't make a lot of videos. I'm awful at it. I own a vintage store on Long Island in New York. And I've got young kids that drive me nuts, and I'm losing my mind here in quarantine, and I want to go back to work.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, it's driving me nuts. There's not many of us who do reselling videos who've got shops, though.
There aren't. That's why I jumped right on you. I found you when you were doing your Vlogmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she has a store. I'm obsessed. And I watched every single day, and I was like, this finally. And then Nevermore Antiques I watched too. And the other guy. Nevermore Antiques is good. He gets a lot of interesting stuff. He does a lot of videos. And who's the one in Canada that's devastatingly handsome? And
I don't know. I need to write that down. Who's that?
He's so good looking, and he's lovely, and he's very much a guy that owns a vintage store. Like, he drives a vintage car and he dresses so handsome, and I'm like, oh, nothing like that.
The old Curiosity Shop, is it that one?
Yes, Curiosity.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I like that show because it's like watching. It's like a television program.
Yeah.
It's
very slick. I remember when he bought the old hoarder's house.
Yes.
And it was just like, wow, I want to buy an old hoarder's house.
That's so bad. I'm playing Minecraft a lot right now with my kids, living dreams of like renovating and building things. I'm like, I need to be like, I'm stifled creatively being stuck at home that I'm now a Minecraft player. And I'm telling my kids, we should record our play. We're so funny. And they're like, no, you're not, Mom. You're not funny.
But your shop's very different to mine, as in I sell sort of home stuff, decorative stuff, but yours is more toys and games and posters and all that sort of thing, isn't it?
My store, I think when we opened, I had a lot more pretty vintage things because I like 1950s stuff myself. So I tried to have cute little quirky antique things, and it's not what the people wanted. So it turned into, my store is a secondhand 1980s rec room. So it has a living room area with this cool mid-century daybed and a TV playing VHS tapes and Nintendo games and concert t-shirts and vinyl records and toys galore, action figures everywhere. That's what they wanted.
How does that work then? Do people come in with their kids and then it just turns into like a playground?
I love it's my favorite part about it. So when we started, well, my husband doesn't. I mean, he dabbles. But when I started, I guess it was a booth in an antique mall. And I did do the whole 80s thing. And then when I would bring my kids in, who were a lot younger than actually, there was only one of them, I think, at the time. So he was maybe 4, and I would bring him in to help me set up the area. And the woman that owned this store would always be like, don't touch that. Don't touch that. And I'm like, do you think my house is full of broken things? Like, he's literally looking at, it was like a piece of wood. Like, is he going to break it? You think I'm not going to pay for it if he breaks it? The wood? I mean, if my son can break wood, I'm going to sign him up for karate right now. Like Chuck Norris. So that inspired me. Plus, they were terrible with customer service. People would come in and be like, do you have any? And like whatever they collected. And the women that worked there would be like, I don't know, there's 60 vendors. You have to look around. Like, you're here every day. How do you not know who specializes in that to walk them down it? Whatever. Yeah. So I said, I'm going to open my own store, and it's kid friendly. If there's something valuable or breakable, they can't reach it.
Yeah.
Probably on eBay in the back room. So it's mostly like, my favorite thing are just bins of loose action figures that are, depending on my mood, $2 each, $1 each, get 20 for $10, get them out of here. I just make up prices as I go along. Makes it hard to have a store.
Your stock brought into the shop then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the stuff I source is people bringing in bins and bins full of toys, and toys are my favorite, and I don't collect them, but oh gosh, I'll buy like I'm like, oh, that's, hey, that's cool. There's a giant Rubbermaid bin full of your toy box from 1995. And then I get to look through and find 95, maybe not. So like maybe your toy box from 87, right? And I get to look through and see if there's a $400 action figure in there. See if there's, and that's after I buy it. So I'm like, I'll give you $60 for it. Cause at worst I've got a bunch of stuff for the bins. And then I find like, one $175 figure. I should know off the cuff a lot more than I do. I can recognize things. If I found it before, I'll find it again and know. But I still have to look almost everything up. I still have to look up Star Wars weapons that go with guys most of the time.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
No way, I wouldn't have a clue. I'm having a look in the chat and just see who's in. Go right back to the beginning. Jennifer Hayes, hello. Lex, Bex, Sam's in, Tommy's in, Jason, and Hot Mess Thrifter, that's a good name. Jacob Fufu, Cody, Claire, LL-Larry. Do you know
the stash? I know all these guys. I was on the chat for Victoria this morning, and I said, "Everybody tune in to Kirsten."
All right, cool.
Everybody hit that thumb.
And there's Georgina and
all my morning friends.
Geordie Grandma, Simply Dana.
Georgina's in the UK. Do you know her?
Only through YouTube. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's what I meant. I know it's a big country. Do you have good neighbors? Do you live in your country?
She sits next door. I don't know who I've missed. Cody, John, and Bumcrack Pickle. Still the best name ever.
It is such a beautiful name, and you'll never know his real name either. It's just Indy, come on with the volumes. Don't touch the table because you shake it and it looks like we're having an earthquake. Stop doing it on purpose, or I'm going to leave you.
So, how do you feel about having a shop? Do you still have the passion for it that you had when you first got it?
That's a good question. How do you feel about it?
At the moment, I feel very sad about it.
I feel like my passion is renewed since it's been taken away from me. But every now and then I'm just like, forget this, I'm closing. Like it used to be every January I would decide I would have to talk myself into not closing the store down. And this January was the first January. It was like, doing great. I'm going to stay open. eBay is covering me. Even if it's slow at the store, I'm solid. And
then February came. That's what happened to me.
I was still really good. Like eBay is really good for me. I sell stuff that just people are just still buying.
Yeah.
But like the lack of the income through the actual humans in the store is killing me. You're like seriously shaking the table so much, dude.
The advantage though is that you can buy those whole lots of stuff. And you can sell it all, not just the one or two bits that are good, can't you?
Yeah, that's the bonus of the store is that when I buy the lot and I've got, $60 into a bin, we'll keep using that as an example. I can make $400 easy off of a few guys, and then I'm just gonna keep making every sale in the store is just superfluous to what I've already made. So thanks for the $20.
But it all adds up, doesn't it? Even if you're making like $1 a toy, if there's another like 100 toys in there, that's another $100, isn't it? So
exactly. And that's why people will come into the store because everything out on the floor has been paid for already. I've already profited off of whatever I bought it with. I don't buy anything just to put it out on the floor. It's part of a bigger system. And so when they have like a pile of $200 worth of stuff and I'm like, give me $100 cash. Happy customers. I have $100 that's just extra stuff I was not going to list. And they go and they tell people, and it's like it's a nice positive place, and it always covered its own expenses. Oh, now I have no money.
Do you think that it's going to take time to sort of, you know, even if the restrictions are all lifted and people start going out again, do you think it's going to take time to get the momentum of the shop going again?
I don't think so. I feel like my people are so, actually, this is an interesting one that I thought about. So I feel like my store is definitely just a kind of place to come and look around. I have people come in all the time and just enjoy the nostalgia and then leave empty-handed.
Yeah.
But I always said, I was like, I'm trying to make my mark on bringing shopping in person back. Like, just enjoy shopping. Don't just go to the grocery store because you need bread. Enjoy shopping. Come here and touch everything and look at everything and have a good time. And I'm selling only secondhand items. So I always felt good about the fact that I have a smaller environmental impact. And I'm trying to bring shopping back to kind of an old-fashioned, like, actual event of fun. So I think when we're allowed to open, the store will be busy because people just want to be out of the house. Like, you've no idea what you're doing to the table with this in here. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see a lot of faces again. My store is never really ever that crowded, but it is pretty small. It might be limited the amount of people that come.
Yeah, I'm missing my customers. That's what I'm finding really hard, is that not having that interaction all the time, you know, just talking to people. Because I just use it as a sort of social life as well, you know. It's
absolutely
catch it with the same people every week, you know, the ones that come in on a Thursday, then the ones that come in on a Friday, and you know, and they don't buy things every time, but it doesn't matter. You just have a chat and swap recipes.
Exactly. They're the same sort of, because we've had this connection before where it was always kind of a little bit of a thorn in our side, being a bartender or a therapist.
Yeah.
And now I miss it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as they don't go into the gory details of their like ingrowing toenails and stuff.
You probably get a lot more older people than me because you sell pretty things. But I get plenty of them. And some of them I love kind of medical details, but sometimes it's just a little too much.
A little bit too much. I remember some guy once telling me about how he'd got friendly with a woman at work, and then how her boyfriend had turned up, but he didn't know that she had a boyfriend, and he'd punched him in the face and all that.
Oh, drama!
I stood there and I was like, literally, I have no idea who you are. Why are you telling me all this? You know?
Oh yes, I have. You're absolutely right. I'm like, how many people have you told? We are therapists or and I worked as a bartender for a long time before, you know, in a former life. It's exactly the same. Like, you can't get rid of them because there's potential of making money off of them, and you have to like feign interest, but then you feign interest long enough that you actually have interest. And then they come back in and you're like, what's going on? How did you get your parole officer let you slide on that?
So have you got any plans? Or have you literally just everything on hold?
On Sesame Street.
I tried. Hold on one second. Like, dude, I told you all about this for a whole week now. Can you be quiet?
Say news.
You have free reign of video games. You can go play all the video games you want.
But Max is golden.
Anywho, plans. Say that again.
Yeah, I was just saying, do you have any plans, or have you literally just put everything on hold for now?
Personal plans, because I am planning the most extravagant Hawaiian vacation in the world without actually committing to anything right now. I'm doing a lot of research on where I want to go. For the store, I keep trying to buy stuff. Like, I actually put a paid ad out on Facebook that says, oh, while you're cleaning out your house, we still buy. I think I'm going to go put a sign up in the window with my cell phone number on it, because the lack of buying right now is a huge problem. But the paid Facebook ad I got was all collectors wanting eBay prices for their stuff. And I'm like, I'm a store.
Yeah.
And then that conversation that many times. Move away from the table. All right, he wants to show you his Elmo puppet.
No, I don't want to.
Well, you don't have to be on camera, but you can pop Elmo in and say something so that you'll stop. Okay, never mind.
The internet is things.
I really thought that this would not be. I really laid all the groundwork.
Georgina says you need to get back under the table with the wine.
She understands. Like, you guys think that was a joke. It wasn't a joke. I actually have not been drinking much at all, which is, I think, just for fear of being judged by my husband because at work.
The thing is, though, like normally in the school holidays, you'd go out, wouldn't you? Like you say, right, let's just go out the house, and you can't, can you? So.
And I can come up with a million things to do in the house, and I'm still not understanding where the time is going. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Bye-bye.
I'll look at the how's it 6 o'clock at night? How? What did I even do? So I'm not bored, but I'm not doing anything. I don't understand.
Yeah, the days just go, don't they?
Really do. They go as although now I am.
No, it's the weekends. I hate when the weekend comes. It goes zoom fast. Bang.
Yeah, and then the weekend's over and it's more weekend for you. What are you even talking about?
I mean, I have stupid.
He has homeschool. Homeschool takes like an hour and a half, if that, a day. They're at school for 6.5 hours. Like, what are you?
Yeah, but it goes fast.
Breaks and.
I guess because it's separate.
Yeah.
I guess I am not built for homeschooling. Like, we need to make sure that everyone knows how bad parents are suffering right now. This is not okay.
I don't know.
I have a friend who homeschools, like has always homeschooled her children. And always was like, "You're crazy.
Yeah,
you can't get inside that brain."
There's no way that I could do it. No way.
School.
Luckily, mine are all well looked after. My son's downstairs in the shop doing Skyping job that he's doing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, the 12-year-old is easy enough. He does, I think. I mean, he might be failing because he's not doing anything, but I can trust him. It's the engaging. I'm sorry, I got out of the shower right before this, so my hair is happening.
What's happening?
I think I need to spend some time, like on quarantine, learning how to do hair, like and make hairstyles.
Yeah.
The roots are just showing. It's like here now. But by the time that the quarantine's over, I'm gonna have dark hair.
Yeah, but your roots are light. Your hair must be light to begin with.
I can't do that. That's dark. Yeah.
Not that dark. I have a gray racing stripe now. It's nice.
Distinguished.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what every woman at 40 wants to look. Distinguished. I think it actually has turned from gray to white, to be honest. I don't know if that should be worrisome. Like, no, it's white.
Yeah, but all the youngsters, they all dye their hair grey now anyway, don't they?
They do, but they don't have wrinkles and 40 extra pounds of body fat, so they can pull off everything. Like, everything looks better on young people, even gray hair. Thanks, young people, for ruining that for me.
Uncle Matt.
We're quite good at it.
Like, there are people that wear fake gold teeth. Like, have you ever seen a grill?
No.
It's like a mouthpiece that's all fake gold caps and like with diamonds and stuff. It's very early 2000s, but they.
Who does that? Not in Devon.
Fashion isn't understandable. I don't understand fashion. My necklace has a missing gemstone, but I thought it was look how obvious it is. Look at that missing little gemstone right there. I don't even care.
Yeah,
I don't wear jewelry. I put it on for you.
Yeah, I put earrings
on. T-shirt and necklace. Did you? Earrings would have been smart because you can see this part of my head. Distract you from my white stripes.
So the shop, you said that you started on your own after you had been in an antiques mall then.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in the antiques centres for long, or did you just quickly?
I think 6 months.
6.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah,
it was really successful month. And then, the key was that I got a lease that was affordable to cover myself. But then the main key was the fact that I didn't pay myself for 3 years and only paid the overhead of the business. And after 3 years, my husband was like, all right, cool. This has been fun. You need to make an income or close the store. And I'm like, oh, really?
So how long have you had it now then?
November will be 7 years. So yeah,
Wow.
about 6.5 years.
So you're still enjoying it?
I love it. I know. I guess, like I said, I didn't realize how much I needed it until now. I love it.
Because I've always worked in shops. We've had shops for years and years and years, but the one that we've got now, where I live down upstairs, the one that's downstairs, is we bought it as a newsagent, and we ran it as a newsagent for years, and then we changed it to something else. So
was it me, Spotty?
I've only had it as it is now for like a year and a half, something like that. So it's still really new to me.
That is like a storybook dream, living above your shop. Are you kidding me? Like, I always used to drive through cute little main streets and see all these beautiful old buildings where there's an apartment upstairs and a store downstairs. I'm like,
yeah, you say that, but we've got no garden. We've got no garden. We've got nowhere to park.
That's true.
So it has its ups and downs, but it's nice in the morning when I don't have far to go.
That's the key. And the security. Like, if I don't know. Just throw that one out. I think it's funky. Or whatever, put it in your mouth. Who cares?
And it's well, I mean, even though mine are older, like when my daughter comes home from school, we'll come and have a chat for half an hour, and it's not like she's home going
Yeah, you're there. Or does that make it more difficult because you're work, but you're at home? So they'd pop in and be like, "What's for dinner?" And you're like, "I'm at work. Leave me alone."
There's a bit of that as well, yeah. And
it's like a little bit separate. What's that?
You can't ever switch off from it either, because you think, even on a Sunday afternoon, you can think, actually, I really should be doing that bit of cleaning and tidying or whatever I need to do. But
you're right. That totally makes sense. I feel like I would be a workaholic if it was right here. But in this situation, gosh, I wish it was right here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's been a blessing the last week, because the first couple of weeks I kept myself busy, like cleaning in the house and doing stuff. And then this week I've just been in the shop. I just started majorly moving everything around and tidying and stuff.
That's so nice. Tell me more.
And it's just keeping me busy, keeping me out of trouble. Because otherwise I would literally go and stir crazy.
I haven't even finished all the at-home projects that I thought I was gonna do, but I bake bread now.
Who'd have thought it?
I know, like, especially for me, like, I'm a takeout queen. And I think I might actually, like, even though the other day I went to the grocery store and panic shopped because, like, they didn't have anything I was looking for, so I just bought.
Yeah.
I guess I got a little panicked and I was like, oh my God, if they're running out of groceries, I better stock up. So I didn't buy anything I won't use, but I bought a lot more than I spent $400 at the grocery store, and it ruined my day for 2 days. I was like, how am I I don't even have an income. Like, my husband's fine. He has his income, but my income pays for groceries and things like that. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to pay this American Express bill next month. And then I realized that I probably spend like $150 a week on takeout before this. So I'm fine. I've got enough food for a month and a half.
And then you keep shopping. I shop every day normally.
Me too. That's why grocery shopping for like a large amount of time is not a comfortable place for me. I'll go to the grocery store 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need an onion today. I'll go buy an onion. I'm like, oh, I need 10 pounds of onions.
It's part of my social life though, because I go like into the big supermarket, and then we've got like the greengrocers and the butchers. I do that every day, go and see everybody and say hello. And so now it's like,
so European of you.
Oh.
Adorable.
I don't think it's a particularly English thing. I think it's just Devon.
Because it's like a town center sort of a situation, right?
Yeah, it's like a real little town.
Oh, so cute. I looked up pictures of your surrounding areas yesterday in another planned vacation, because this is all I do is I would like to go there. Let's see what's the best hotel and where I should rent my car.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
No, there's some really, really pretty places around here.
I looked up the Jurassic
Coast. Yeah.
That
So that's more like Dorset way. So it's Seaton and Lyme Regis and that sort of thing. But it is really nice.
Yeah, I planned the whole trip from where you are all the way around the coast. And I'm like, oh, no, swim over to Wales. Pop over there.
Go see
Not be able to understand anyone in Wales.
I can't understand them either, so it's okay.
It's not English.
But
I mean, it's Welsh, but those street names.
In different parts of the country. I mean, people in Newcastle, I struggle to understand.
Yeah, I bet. I used to when I lived in Vermont, we lived in like a big house with all of the international employees, and one of them was from Scotland. You put a couple of whiskeys in this guy, no idea what he was saying. And it was louder than usual and faster. And I'm like, I can't even understand you at breakfast. And now it's 2 a.m.
One of my best friends went to Newcastle University, and I went to go and visit her when she went up there. And we walked through, like I got off the train and she picked me up, and we walked through the town centre, and I literally could not understand a word anybody said. And I was like, this is the same country. I just don't understand you.
That makes me feel so much better.
What are we missing? Anything in the chat? I haven't got my glasses on. Put my glasses on.
Someone with this Bayou accent should get on. Oh, yeah, that is a great accent. The Louisiana Bayou, kind of Creole.
Okay.
They have a lot of made-up words, too. Yes, Deeps is stalking you, Cody. I'm telling you, like, when I get when someone has something that I've never, like, spent time thinking about, I Google the heck out of it. I'm like, oh, I want to know about where. What is England like that's not London? I've never been there.
It's the wonders of Google.
Yes. I Google people's names for eBay sales if they live in affluent areas like Bel Air. They're always famous.
Just to see who you're sending things to.
Yeah. If I get a Bel Air address, you bet I'm Googling you. And Google satellite view to see what your house looks like. And then Googling your name to see if you're in the entertainment industry. Yeah, I go another time. And this is like from years ago. Like, so I sold, because you have to wonder who's going to spend $700 in auction on a t-shirt. Yeah. So when the address is also Bel Air, I'm like, all right, why? And so then it was the talent agent, a big Hollywood agent, and he represented the guy whose name I always forget, Michael Fassbender. But then more importantly, it was the guy who played Brand in the Goonies, the one that was Thanos, and I can never remember his name. That's a big deal. I likes him. So then I tell everybody, I'm like, all right, but let's gift for what's his name? Somebody tell me who played Thanos. Because I never remember his
Google
name.
It. Quickly, Google it.
Okay.
So how far did you go with it? Did you like zoom into his living room window?
Josh Brolin. There we go, Josh Brolin. No, a lot of them. I just did this even 2 days ago. I have such a curious mind. No, but you can get, like, if the house has ever been on Zillow, you can see the inside of the house. So we sold ones. This was my most successful Google stalking sleuthy sales story. What up? So my husband had a sale on eBay. He sells the big things. I sell like the boom. Every now and then he'll sell something and we'll live with it while it's for sale, and then it'll sell. So we had this cool, one of those egg chairs.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's a child size one. So we weren't going to keep it very long. Only the small child fit in it. So we're like, let's put it up for sale. And it wasn't even old. It was kind of like an early 2000s model. And so somebody was like, oh, I see this is pickup only. If I pay to have it shipped, will you bring it to FedEx for me? And he's like, yeah, fine. So he says fine, which means I have to bring it to FedEx. So I bring it to FedEx, and I have the cell phone number of this person's personal assistant to deal with. And FedEx is like, all right, I need more than the account number. I need the address. So I text the personal assistant. and I know the personal assistant's first name. So I get the address. And then they're like, all right, well, we need this. And I'm like, all right, well, here you go. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever information I needed. I think it was the personal assistant's name. I needed a name for it and I needed an address. So obviously the second I leave FedEx, wondering, this person must have paid $500 for this to be shipped to Los Angeles. It was Demi Moore.
Oh my God.
No, I'm Googling the address and I'm like, oh my God, Demi Moore lives there? Is this real? And then I Google the assistant's name and it's Demi Moore's personal assistant. I'm pretty sure it was Tallulah that bought it because she's into the cool, weird vintage stuff and she's got a bunch of dogs and it's a good dog chair. I stalk now. The other day it popped into my head and now I follow Tallulah on Instagram to see if I can see the chair.
Tag yourself in the photo.
I have way too much time on my hands right now, guys. Why am I doing this? Tell me somebody else would do the same thing and then like stalk Tallulah Morse. It's not Tallulah Moore, but Tallulah Willis, which is even better because Bruce Willis is. Come on.
I don't know. I don't know what he looks like. I watched Die Hard at Christmas. My son's girlfriend was over and she'd never watched it. I said, we're going to have to watch Die Hard. It's Christmas. And we watched Die Hard.
Christmas movie I put on every year. Yeah. 8 times and then I'll open it up to actual Christmas movies.
Oh, you're not alone. It looks like other people would do stalking too. So
it's just input, you know. I just need to know. I like to know things. That's it. That's what's happening is I'm filling the voids of useless information that I would get from the people that come into my store with
absolutely
information.
So you need to find that useless information somewhere.
Yeah. We went for a drive to pick up a pogo stick on Facebook Marketplace and it was near a really nice area on the North Shore over here. So I'm like, guys, we're going to drive down the street and look at all the fancy houses. They're not as fancy as I remembered thinking they were when I was a teenager, but there was one. Well, first of all, the one at the end, which is on the cliffs, was in the movie She Devil. Do you remember the movie She Devil with Roseanne Barr?
No.
Roseanne Barr, yeah. It was a fun 80s movie, but the house is amazing. And I'm like, this is in She Devil. And they're like, I've never heard of that movie. Of course you haven't. And you're never going to watch it. But the one before it was just miles of beautiful fencing. And I'm like, guys, that fence costs more than our house. So we're going to just yell at my son. I'm like, here's the address. Google search it. We pulled over and we were looking at pictures of the house because you couldn't see it from the street. So it must have been fancy. And it was. But only 2.9 million, which is
only.
That seems less than I would expect looking at the house and looking at the land. I look up properties in the Hamptons all the time just to see what they're going for in case I want to get in the market. Oh, that one's only 10 million.
In case you find that elusive toy that's going to make you that much money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even think I can't even imagine anything that exists that would buy me a house in the Hamptons.
Well, when you're famous on YouTube, when you go viral.
Perfect.
Or with your TikToks. How have you got on with that?
Did you make one yet?
Not yet.
You have to.
I just got sucked into watching dogs talking and things like that.
I am loving the pictures of the cats the videos of the cats very carefully walking over bottles and then a dog running around the corner knocking everything down.
There's one where there's a dog and he runs down the stairs and then he runs back up again and then he runs back down again and he just falls off the bottom of the stairs and headbutts the wall at the bottom of the stairs. And it's just like, oh my God.
That's every day of my life here. That's my every day. Dogs, children.
Well, that's what you need.
I should video more.
Yeah, get it all on TikTok.
I can't believe it. My son was like, oh my God, you're famous. There's 100 hearts on your TikTok. I'm like, that's a lot for Instagram, but I don't think that's a lot for TikTok.
I don't know. I'm not experienced in the TikToks.
It's a time suck hole. I don't think I will be putting a lot of effort into TikToks, but I had to make that one. I was like, this is funny. I'm going to make this real quick, and that's going to be my introduction. Now the fans are clamoring for more, and I got nothing. I got writer's block.
That's what you need to get your kids onto. Come on, kids.
I know. You know what? I would be arrested if my kids were on TikTok. Like my son just popped in here. My 7-year-old popped up here. I don't know if you were lucky enough to miss what he put on screen, but his penis is everywhere. They
Where
just
does he get
draw
his
them
influence
out.
from?
What?
Where does he get his influence from?
From me and my husband. Like, but at least we know, hey, whoa, certain audiences. You can't teach, apparently. Oh, we're so bad at parenting.
Everybody's bad at parenting. You're not alone.
Yeah. We're in uncharted.
There's really annoying people who are good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know, because I don't think there's any right way to do it, because we're not raising our kids the same way we were raised. And then we both have siblings that were all raised the same way and all turned out totally differently. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to let them be raised by the universe.
Feral.
It's feral. Yeah. Feral. Set them free today. They go, no, you guys know everything. So just go ahead. You're done. You don't have to do school. It's boring. Go ahead. Somebody needs a rich.
Oh, who's in the chat? I can put my glasses back.
Would like a rich man. Oh God, he's here. I don't know. I missed it. I'm bad at multitasking.
I can't do multitasking, especially without my glasses on. Oh, Andrew's in.
Yeah, look at how we're both leaning in. We're like,
yeah.
Don't let the white. Oh my God, I have 2 white stripes on my head.
You just spend the whole live stream like this.
This is how I spend my whole life. Oh, look, I have had a facelift.
Like that.
Nice.
It's looking good.
Yes, bright. Looking awake.
You're not drinking enough alcohol. That's what it is.
I really am not.
No, because once you drink a bit more, you really don't care anymore.
I mean, it's only 10 a.m., but I don't think anyone's going to judge. Except my husband. That's literally the only reason I'm not. I think that's the only reason. I don't want him to come home and be like, really, Lauren? Like, what? You spend the day with him.
How did you get on with Tracy's chat the other night? I watched some of it, but I haven't watched it all yet. Because wasn't it like 3 hours or something?
It was, I think, 3 hours, because I definitely kept getting yelled at for still being there. And I had to take a pause a couple of times and be like, let me live my life. I have nothing. That was something. But I don't know. I just always, in hindsight, think I'm just the worst guest anyone could. Everyone's regretting having me on, and I'm an idiot and I talk too much. And
don't be silly.
The crowd helps because they're all degenerates too.
We're not alone, are we? Right,
no.
Question.
No, we're not.
Andrew, how do you both manage to remain looking so beautiful during the apocalypse?
Isn't that lovely?
Like Aunt Mildred. Go on then, you can answer that question.
I'll take my hair down right now and wipe all this face makeup off because I haven't worn makeup in a month. Also, this sweater I know how. I took my twice weekly shower today. And I remembered to brush my teeth.
Yeah. I got changed and put makeup on and earrings and stuff because otherwise I'm just in the same jumper and jeans constantly.
This is just a site. The only reason I'm doing laundry is to change my pants from one pair to the other pair of cozy pants. And they're getting a little snug, if I can be honest.
Yeah. There's just nothing to do. Well, there is. Oh, that's the annoying thing. We should be learning French or learning how to play piano or, writing a novel or something. But
I agree. I have put that guilt on myself a couple of times so far. Like, why I can't, why are my kitchen chairs not recovered yet? I have the material downstairs and it's just a staple gun. But I'm learning to cook better. I have learned to bake bread to the point where now I'm baking bread every single day. But not fancy bread, peasant bread, because I don't have a mixer, a stand mixer, so no knead bread. I am learning how to be a tutor. I would not call myself a teacher. And that's it. I should come out of this with a foreign language.
I'm not learning anything, doing anything. I mean, I'll probably demolish my shop by the time it's done. Next week, I'm well, because it used to be a newsagent, so some of the stands are still in there from when it was a newsagent. So
that's so cool.
While I've got the time, my husband went, "Shall we just like rip all that out?" And I'm like,
I like it though for your when you have like the plates and the pictures on it.
Yeah,
I think it's a perfect.
I could get a lot more in there if I can like put furniture and stuff there. So
that's true. Does furniture sell for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lot slower, but you sell one bit of furniture and you make a bigger lump sum of money. So
yeah. And you probably have some really cool antique furniture.
My doorway is really awkward because it's the guy who had the shop before us. He renovated it in the 70s, and for some reason decided to put in a sideways door thing, which means you can't get any big things in. So I can only have sort of medium-sized furniture or things that come apart.
Well, that makes sense because that's probably all anyone's buying anyway. I don't think you're going to get somebody walking in that's like, I need a dining room table built for 15. That's one.
Yeah, it's true. And also it means that they can put it in their car, and take it away.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm in the market for a piece of furniture and I can't find it anywhere on any of the local channels. And I'm so mad. And I've been looking for a year. I'm getting a little tired of it.
I'll keep an eye out.
I want a 7-foot-long mid-century buffet. I mean, come on. How hard is that to find? I don't know. I can't even find, so I've already resigned to, I'm like, maybe I'll buy kitchen cabinets that have been demolished and then add, those little wooden peg feet that you can get from Home Depot onto the bottom and then put a counter on it. Can't even find cabinets.
But you can find those little, usually those bigger bits of furniture are easier to find, because people don't buy them. So they're usually still there in the antique centers or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't even before this happened, I never went out shopping. I would only at 11 o'clock at night shop on Letgo and Facebook Marketplace. And now I really can't. It's killing me. My dining area in here is so annoying. I need storage bad. And I hate looking at my kitchen. Stuff everywhere.
So have you been able to source any stock online then, or have you just been stuck without any?
I have so much old inventory in my store that has been piling up for years that I was excited about the opportunity to chip away at that, to just take a break, close the store, and they're eating their Easter bunnies, and catch up on that. So I did for a little bit, I did with the Ninja Turtles, which were a thorn in my side, but I did save them intentionally for rainy day, and it was raining. But I have bins and bins of stuff in the back of my store. I have probably at least 100 video game systems that need to be tested and could be listed that were just store inventory for replacing as they sold. And I see people are getting $35 for a single GameCube controller right now. I have 10 GameCube systems, each with 2 controllers and power cords. I'm like, okay, cool. That would pay a couple of bills, but I don't know. I don't want new stuff.
So are you going to the store every now and again then to get some stuff?
Mm-hmm. And my husband's off on weekends, so on Saturdays I've been going into the store for at least 4 hours just to sort of no, I'm working there. Mostly to tidy up the mess I made from going in and out of the store to pick up stuff for shipping.
Yeah.
And for listing. And so last Saturday it was to clean up and organize my entire eBay area to make more room since so much more stuff is listed now. And he's on vacation starting on Monday. So starting Saturday, I have 2 weeks where I can work as much as I want.
Excellent.
He hasn't given approval for that yet, and I don't care. I mentioned it the other day, and I'm like, yeah, when Daddy's on vacation, Mommy's going to work every day. And he's like, that's not fair. And then actual flames came out of my ears.
So he's going to take over the tutoring then.
Kidding. Good luck. And the cooking and the cleaning. He's good at cleaning. He's a tidy SOB. But I have to hear about it. Like if he runs the vacuum, I have to know about it. And I vacuumed today. Awesome. It's amazing. I didn't even know that other people could do that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I've been, I think since we've sort of self-isolated, I've been doing all the cooking, well, majority of the cooking, I'd say 90% of it, cooking twice a day. And it's just like, now I'm getting a bit kind of like, oh. And I love cooking, you know, I absolutely love it, but twice a day, every day is a bit
like
much.
Want lunches.
Yeah.
Like I'm a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm like lunch, like breakfast is always the same here. And it's probably not great, but it's easy and everybody will eat an egg sandwich. So it's egg sandwiches every single day. Here's an egg on bread. Eat it. Lunch comes around, they're like, what's for lunch? Like I'm gonna wow them. And I'm like, I don't chicken nuggets don't count anymore.
Well, I think I went wrong because I went a bit sort of like started using all my artistic flair, you know, and going, oh, well, we're having this homemade, you know, pesto thing for lunch, and then tonight we'll be having a roast dinner with it, all the trimmings, you know, and then they get used to that, and every day it's like, what are we having?
That's too funny. You set the bar too high. Now you're a personal chef.
Yeah. So today it was oven chips and frozen chicken burger things.
Yeah, burgers. That's a good idea but that should count. Like ordinarily in my real life, that would be a dinner.
Yeah.
Like, oh, tonight dinner is hot dogs. Because that's just the kind of person I was back in the day. Last night I actually made, so I make dinner. I wouldn't say, I mean, in my previous life where I wasn't confined to my home, I would make dinner, but I wasn't like cooking. So I would make the box rice mixes and, you know, chicken cutlets and broccoli. And that was like a big deal for me. Last night I made rice like with ingredients and not from a box. And I didn't even get a parade. They're all sitting down. I'm like, guys, you know that's not a box mix. Like I made that yellow Spanish rice with seasoning and vegetables. And they're like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, guys, you made it. And it's yellow. Like I made that with white rice and it is yellow now.
They're just not getting it, are they? Mind you, I'm always fishing for compliments as well. Is it all right? Is it nice? Are you enjoying it?
And is it consistent? Remember that bread I made last week? How was? Tell me more about how that was great.
Yeah.
Feed me, or I'm not going to keep, like, you want me to keep going with this, then it's cool because I'm glad to now I know how to make that rice. I don't need to like ever buy box rice anymore. It was easy, but I just did it. And the same with bread. Like I actually was in the small grocery store the other day because we have to get cold cuts weekly for my husband to go to work. And I looked at the price of bread there because it was a small grocery store. I'm like, oh, I can make that for 45 cents. So I made bread again.
I can't get flour is the problem here. It's getting the flour.
I'm stocked up on it.
Yeah. Because
I watched a video 3 months ago about how easy it was to make bread. So I was like, well, when we stuck in the house, I'm down to 2 now, but I bought 3 packages of flour, which I thought was a lot. And it's actually not if you use it.
But I noticed because when I've watched quite a lot of American cookery programs on like YouTube and stuff, and their containers of all foods are like huge. So like for us, a pack of flour is 500 grams, was it a kilo? I can't remember. But it's
That's
only
probably
like
what mine is. Yeah, I'll grab it. For a walk.
But whenever I'm watching like cookery programs, they go like, "I've got some cream," and they bring out a massive pot.
And it's huge, right? Oh, it's 5 pounds. It's a 5-pound sack of flour.
I don't know what pound. No, it's
so that's. Wait, I'm sure there's a gram. 2.27 kilograms.
Yeah, well, I think ours are in like 1 kilograms. I think.
Teeny.
Yeah. And when I went to the supermarket the other day, they were like limiting it. You could only have one. So I said, well, and like 2 tins of tomatoes you can only have, and things like that. And it's like, well, that's like one meal, 2 tins of tomatoes.
Yeah, you're encouraging me to come out more frequently now. Isn't the point for me to shop for 2 weeks?
Exactly.
They tried that here. They were like, oh, there's a limit. But they were limiting stupid things. Like there was a limit on eggs. And I'm like,
I can't get eggs. Well, I can.
Like 12 eggs a week. I need 4 containers of eggs so I don't have to come back. But then there was no limit on, paper towels. I am living the same life as Georgina right now. And I'm assuming it is the need for compliments and the experimental cooking.
Experimental cooking.
I apparently have no ability to make Asian cuisine. We have put the kibosh on me making fried rice again.
Stay away from that. That's not like gooey if you're not careful, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it was very sticky. You could have made a snowball out of it. And
not good.
I don't care. It still tasted like soy sauce. I'll eat it. It all tastes the same. But Mexican food's my favorite.
We've been lucky because the local butchers, they deliver. My husband managed to get a dairy to deliver milk and butter and things like that. So that helps.
It gets delivered?
There is a supermarket right behind our house, but I just don't want to go. That's the thing. Especially as I can see all the cars coming and going, and the amount of people that just rock up and they come out, and you can see them. They've been in for a packet of biscuits, and you're thinking you're going in every day just to buy your biscuits and your tea, and
that's insane.
It's crazy.
That's why I can't. Apparently, it's been a few days since I've been in a market. I went shopping for my mother-in-law on Saturday. I don't even know what day it is. Thursday. And I did not like it. I don't like it. There's the energy in there is weird and everybody's like creeped out by you. And now they made it mandatory to wear face masks out in public with no end in sight, like for just from here on out. Nope, thanks. No, I've seen enough post-apocalyptic movies to be comfortable in that situation. And plus, my glasses get all foggy when I wear masks. And you can't buy masks anywhere. So I'm supposed to go to 15 stores to hope they have masks. What's the point?
I mean, ours, you go and there doesn't seem to be any restriction. That there's a bloke like with a clicker counting people in, but that's as restricted as it gets, And then near the tills, they've got lines so that you don't queue up too close behind them. But if you want to buy anything that's in that aisle, you can't get to the things, because I needed to get some toothpaste, but I couldn't get to it because all the people were queuing up for the till, so I didn't want to go near them. So
no.
Yeah.
Hi, Sue. We left. Sue Aaron has gone.
Yeah, so it's all a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I'm good now. Like this $400 trip list Friday, and then another $100 on Saturday because the $400 place didn't have any meat, but the Saturday place had full of meat, and I'm good. I have not to go grocery shopping for 2 more weeks, so
that's brilliant.
I guess I won't.
It's the vegetables and stuff that I just run out of, So
yeah, we're living off a lot of frozen vegetables, which are, I mean, they're fine for ingredients. Like I just add them to everything to bulk it up, but like I'm going to need spinach and mushrooms and tomatoes really soon.
And do they have greengrocers and stuff that deliver?
They used to. A lot more of the bigger grocery stores used to have like where you could place an order and pick it up, but they've stopped that and switched to delivery, and you cannot get a delivery time. So you can't get anything delivered. But there are now like all these little smaller shops that are not grocery stores but have access to the materials, are now starting here's for $40 you get all these that you didn't get to pick out vegetables.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's like $15 worth of Aldi's vegetables. I'm not spending $40.
Yeah, I mean, I had a box, like a mixed box, but there was things in there that, like onions and stuff, I can't use, so I didn't have those. And there was a fennel in, like a fennel bulb in there, which is all very well.
With that.
Yeah, well, I had to Google it to see what to do with it. And it
I guess that's
right.
kind of nice. Now you know how to fennel.
Yeah, I can fennel
making your own sausage. No, my family, they eat what they eat, and that's that. So I can get creative with meat and starches, but once I start adding weird vegetables, no one will eat anything. No. I stick with what they will eat.
Yeah, I mean, we eat a lot of broccoli and cabbage and green stuff, so.
I'm not allowed to cook cabbage. Apparently it makes the whole house smell like feet. No Brussels sprouts are allowed. I love Brussels sprouts.
I've discovered frozen Brussels sprouts.
The steam in the bag ones?
No, they're just like frozen.
Yummy.
And they're all right. Actually. I thought they'd be disgusting, but they're all right.
No, they're right, because you have to cook Brussels sprouts pretty long anyway, so they can start frozen. It's not like the difference between fresh and frozen spinach.
It's all right in soup.
Yeah, anything where it's going to get soggy anyway, but I love my fresh spinach.
I always put it in curry, just like ram it in.
Make a lot of curry. That's so English. I need to learn how to curry.
Do you not eat curry?
No, I've never made it. I've had it once or twice, but mostly only at Indian restaurants.
To be fair, we don't really have what's authentic curry. It's a
like an English version of curry.
It's like a stew with curry flavoring.
Yeah, that counts as curry to me, because I mean, we don't have authentic Chinese food or Mexican food here. It's whatever we call Chinese food. Like they're eating fish heads and rice over there in China, and we're like, I'll have the fried chicken with that sauce and then the shoots and the tiny corns. They don't eat that in China.
Exactly. Yeah, nothing like it.
So good though. I miss it so much. I miss Chinese food. And I previously was only like maybe 4 times a year Chinese food eater. And now I'm like, I need Chinese food.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing most. I think I'm just missing being able to just go out and just see people and see friends and all that sort of thing.
I miss my parents.
Yeah, my mum's up. She's quite a way away. She's about a 4.5-hour drive away from me.
So you're already used to a distance.
Yeah, so it doesn't make too much difference like day to day, but I was thinking about it the other day and thinking, well, how long is it going to be before I can go and see her?
And then once you start thinking about it like that, it feels more restrictive. My parents live literally around the corner from my store. I see them every single day previously. And we've been separated since way before the shutdown, because I've been terrified of this virus since it was in China. And then my kids got sick with some mysterious virus. So I was like, nope, I'll close the store before your bus drops you off, and you're not going to my parents' house because my dad has COPD.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen them in months. I talk on the phone a lot more now, though. I was never really a phone talker, and now I'll have a phone conversation.
Well, my mum's discovered FaceTime, like Facebook FaceTime. So we talk to each other. She does the whole, I can see the top of her head. But
it's adorable. I love it. But I do that on purpose to people. I get right up in my nose. I'm like, can you hear me? I always look disgusting.
But yeah, that's good, because it's better than just a normal phone call.
Yeah. Have you tried the Zoom yet?
No, is it good?
We did it on Easter, for Easter dinner. So it was our family, my sister and her family, my parents, and my mother-in-law. My parents and my mother-in-law are very close.
Yeah.
And so it was fantastic, because the computer was at the end of the dining table, and it was as loud and people talking over each other as it is if we were all right there together, because we have very loud people. My people are loud. And I loved it. And everyone was like, let's do this. So I hope we do it every Sunday for dinner.
Yeah,
That's what I would like.
I haven't. I did download it because I was going to do it with some friends and it just didn't happen. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
I like it. My son does his karate lessons on Zoom now.
Oh, cool.
Awfully expensive for a Zoom karate lesson. I'll give you that. Still paying the monthly subscription, but they're a small company. I don't want to turn my back on them.
No, it's hard, isn't it? It's because you've not got any money coming in yourself, and then you're trying to support businesses as well, aren't you?
Yeah, that's why I will apologize to everybody on YouTube that's doing auctions that I'm not buying them because I have enough inventory and I have an income problem. eBay has been great for me, though, by the way, this whole time.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Amazing. And it kills me because it could be even better if I was doing more. So I'm really looking forward to my husband's vacation next week so that I can.
Is he looking forward to it, though?
Yeah. I think he's looking forward to his vacation, but he has no idea what it means. These kids listen to him, though, and he engages them better than I do because he doesn't see. I don't know why I can't manage my life, but he's out there and the kids are, raking up the leaves, and then they go for a bike ride. They go for a 2-mile walk with the dog, and like they get a million things done on their day off. And he comes home and I'm like, I don't know, they've been playing video games all day and I've been washing dishes for 3 hours. They just keep filling the sink.
I remember that though when mine were younger. You seem to be just constantly cleaning up after them all the time. Just like mess created everywhere.
I just feel like I'm constantly in damage control mode. I'm either breaking up fights, trying to find something to distract them with, trying to get them to do something they don't want to do, or cleaning up after them. And then with the puppy, constantly just trying to get the puppy to a point where he will leave us alone instead of enjoying everybody's company. I'm damage control lady. And it sucks.
Thing is, if you take your eye off the ball, it can all go horribly wrong quite quickly.
I got a lot of balls in the air. All my balls are up.
When I was pregnant with my youngest, and I was so tired. Whenever I was pregnant, I'd get really tired, and I left the boys at the dining room table. It wasn't this house; it was another house, and with some colouring. And I went and sat on the sofa in the other room, and I fell asleep. And I must have fallen asleep for about 10, 15 minutes. And I woke up in a panic, just like, oh my God. And I came in, and my youngest son, who would have been about 2.5, with a wax crayon, had coloured all over the mirror.
There's 10 minutes.
And then he'd gone all the way up the stairs, the hallway, drawn like big circles all the way up the stairs, and my husband had literally decorated the week before. And my husband was due back from work in like an hour or something, so there's me in a mad panic trying to scrub the walls and get it all off like this, and then I got the mirror all clean, and he came home and I didn't tell him, and he didn't notice it, and then the following week, because I got it all off the wall, there was just like the indentation of the the following week his grandma or something came to visit, and he went, oh, come and have a look where I've been decorating, Nan, come and have a look, like this. And neither of them saw it, and I'm there going, oh no. I think I told him about 6 months later.
That's wonderful. And all just so that you didn't have to explain the fact that you fell asleep on the watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know that he wouldn't understand. Like,
no, I was just so tired. I just wanted to sleep.
I took a nap yesterday because I was feeling really tired, and I finally am at the point where I don't give a shit. I'm not asking for forgiveness or permission for anything anymore. And he comes home at 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't know, I was asleep. I took a nap. I haven't taken a nap maybe since after the last baby was born, and when you're supposed to sleep when they sleep. That was 7 years ago.
I love a nap.
Yeah, I don't usually love a nap, but damn, that was refreshing.
Yeah.
And not even on the couch. Like, I went into bed and the 7-year-old climbed in with me, and he fell right asleep. And I was like, well, I guess we're napping. And my 12-year-old comes up at 3:30, and he's like, Mom, it's 3:30. Do you think you should get up? And I'm like, why would you wake me? I don't wake you. Yes,
you've only been there 2 hours.
I know, it was 2 hours. I'm like, oh. The nap is supposed to be like 20, 40 minutes, and I would just. Nope.
The best sort. I can never understand people who do power naps. I just don't get that.
They say that the key is like elevating your feet, and after 20 minutes, you'll feel like you slept for hours. But I think that these are healthy people, not me. You know, like I just ran 10K. I'm gonna take a power nap this afternoon and make some wheatgrass juice after. And I'm like, I ate a turkey leg. I'm gonna sleep it off. Wake me up with beer. I'm not the same person as power nappers.
Yeah, and I'm not learning French anytime soon.
I'm not gonna. France isn't on my my list of imaginary vacations I'm planning right now, so it's fine. England, where you speak English.
You gotta learn Welsh as well, though.
What's that?
You gotta learn Welsh as well.
Yes. No, I've already. It's part of my vacation that I'm gonna go there and not know anything that's happening.
That's
Part of it. It's part of the charm.
Absolutely.
My husband wants to go to Ireland real bad. I have no interest in going to Ireland. I don't know why.
Ireland's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is, right?
Yeah. It is cool. Dublin's amazing.
Yeah. It looks boring.
No, it's not.
It's not. I mean,
No.
I'll go just to drink nonstop because
Well,
I feel like,
Dublin's for, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just we
That's
went.
what New York is for. Oh.
My husband's 50th. We went to Dublin, and we said we're not just going to drink all weekend. We're going to do some cultural stuff.
Yeah. Like church. What is there culturally that you don't have in England?
Exactly, but they have really good pubs.
Yeah, exactly. That's the culture. You 2 birds, 1 stone. You
Absolutely.
This is a solid alibi. Anyone who doesn't have kids aren't being sold them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I forgot what she might have been talking about. But yeah. No.
You're right.
I've never pushed children on anyone, ever.
I think when you've just got one, you have that idealistic thing where you think, oh, yeah, I can do this. Parenting, it's easy. And then you have another one and you go, oh, my God, what have I done?
Yeah. And you know what's wicked about it is that I feel like other parents that are older than you that have already made that bed are like, oh, they need siblings. They have someone to play with. 2 kids is twice as much a pain in the ass as 1 kid.
Yeah.
There's no discount in ass pain.
No.
Or price.
3 is like on a different level, I promise you.
I can't even imagine. You're outnumbered.
Yeah, and like you literally, because like when you've got 2, at least you can have one in one hand and one in the other like that. But with 3, you've got no chance unless you start biting them.
No, they could mutiny. When there's 3, you can mutiny, and that's not okay.
No,
I can't. We had 2, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Although even still, when I was on the operating table for my 2nd C-section, he's like, you want me to tie your tubes? And I'm like, no, what if I would? Okay, now I'm like, damn it, I wish you took it all out. You should take everything. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah. I had this romantic idea that 3 would be lovely.
But they were all close in age too, at least. So it was like boom, boom, boom. Could you imagine having like a surprise third? I have people who have 12-year-olds and then all of a sudden a third.
No, I think there was a celebrity recently and she had a baby. I can't remember. I think it was her first though, but she's 47. She might. Yeah. And I just thought, what? No way. Would I start having babies now? No, it's not happening. It's just not happening.
Right? Is it hindsight from lessons we've learned because we have kids?
Yeah.
Or because maybe she's like, well, I've done everything I've ever wanted to do, so now maybe I should, live for someone else. And I'm like, why?
No.
I have no regrets, everybody. No, neither of us have any regrets. We love our kids, obviously, but
I love my kids. I just feel really old now. I don't want to start having kids.
I feel too old 10 years ago to have started having kids. I wish they were already in college. That's not true. I enjoy, like, I speak out of my ass a lot. I really enjoy them listening. So I better say, my kids are great.
They're the best.
I learn so much from them. Every day they make me a better me. Save me. I definitely wouldn't be drunk at 10 a.m. if I didn't have kids.
No,
I love making box macaroni and cheese.
My kids have definitely got a lot easier in the last few years.
Yeah, mine too. I feel like the worst is when you have to, it's back, this age where you have to like follow a child around everywhere they go with your, like, that protective arm barrier. And you can't go to a party at someone's house without following them everywhere.
Yeah.
And now they're finally at like, yeah, get out of here. Go play Manhunt at midnight with a flashlight. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like,
mine's got to that point where I'm like, oh, we're off to the party. You can stay home.
yeah.
Even better.
That's fine. As long as you think you've done a good job and raised decent humans.
Yeah.
And you can trust them. Like, I don't know confidently that I'm that yet. We'll see. I mean,
well, my eldest is going to be a policeman, so let's hope so.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think that's what my youngest wants to be today.
Well, he surprised us because we never thought that would be on the radar, really, but he's got the job, so.
Really? I hope he becomes, what do you call it? The detectives? You have an English word for policemen. Do they still wear the funny hats?
Bobbies.
Bobbies.
No, they don't wear that. Oh, I don't think. Well, kind of, yeah.
It's probably riot gear now. They're so funny. Or Sherlock Holmes. He could be his Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard, yeah. I think he's just going to be like a neighbourhood Bobby, though. He'll just be walking around finding missing cats. And
oh, awesome. I hope he wears that funny hat and swings a nightstick. No whistle. You're going to have a terrible, terrible wake-up call when I go to England and everything's the same as it is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, there's a question. Do the police in England not actually have guns?
No.
Yeah, that's wild.
Only they have like specialist units that have guns, but not every policeman. So they'll have to call them if there is like a situation.
Wow. They have tasers or stun guns and stuff. What? Our police are armed to the teeth. But so are our people.
They've got truncheons.
They have what?
Truncheons.
What's that?
Like a stick thing.
Like a nightstick, right?
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it's called.
Yeah. It's got like a handle and then a stick, and that's what I picture him swinging down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whistling the English national anthem. Oh, Orange Juice.
Yeah. So
I like European Vacation, National Anthem's European Vacation. Everything I know about England is from a Chevy Chase movie.
It's exactly what it's like.
It's exactly. Like, I'm going to hit somebody with my car on a bicycle and he's going to apologize to me. That's England.
Yeah, very probably.
Or Canada. There's Canada too.
Yeah, they've got whistles.
Yeah. Good.
It's very helpful.
It's spot on. That's adorable. Never having babies. Oh, look, the chat isn't moving very fast, guys. I'm sorry.
Everybody's gone.
Everybody's gone. We've been here a long time.
They're all scared off. Like, we'll never have babies. Never going to.
Then we've done our job. We're keeping these quarantine baby boom numbers down.
Yeah.
And our economy globally cannot support a new generation of busted children. So we've done hard work. It's fun.
Our Lex is still there. We're all right. There's the three of us. We're still here.
Oh, good. Good. And she doesn't have kids. She said never having babies.
Never having babies.
I appreciate that. Not that I appreciate you're not having
So
children, but I can
single?
appreciate the positivity in that position.
It's all good. Right, well, better go. I think my son wants to come in the kitchen because he's standing at the door.
Isn't that so polite of him to give you your space?
Rather than shaking the table.
They're young. What am I gonna
You
do?
can go back to artwork and being creative.
I'm gonna learn a French word today for you.
Brilliant.
All right. You
Yeah.
learn a French word too, and then we'll compare notes.
All right.
All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for having me on. I hope I was a non-terrible guest.
You are excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank
we'll
you.
catch up soon, yeah?
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm available all the time, guys. Tune in.
Take care.
Bye, guys.